About to resume the second half of this encounter. Team E would have batted first this morning, scored 205 in 48.5 overs. And Team B will be looking for 206 for victory. The field players are now on the field, the umpires are in place, and we just about to start the second half of this encounter. Wherever you are, we welcome you back to the National Stadium as we look at some of the highlights of the first inning this morning play. Team E batting first. As we look at some of the shots being played this morning. We saw the batting of Ogis. Again, this one pulled down to backward square for short delivery. Again, the fall of the wicket of Andrew to a full delivery. Swung again down to backward. So the bowling of Thomas, who picked up 2 wickets. As I welcome Ali with me back this afternoon, I know you would have seen some of the innings this morning. In terms of what you would have seen, some of the highlights.
Well, again, thank you, and it's always a pleasure being here. And again, Ogis standing out, great, very good innings from him.
Yes, I have been a tremendous player. Bishop. And Bishop opening the batting today. And Devon Joseph. Interesting stats. This ball played down to long leg and 1 run. So it's actually Celestine, and we're just trying to verify here. It's 1 without loss. Yes, Ali, just looking at the first inning play, you probably would have seen some things. Obviously, the batting of Ogis continued to stand out. Played a tremendous inning.
Yeah, good form. Probably you would be a bit disappointed that he didn't go on to get a century. But of course, he's young, he's upcoming. Put that behind his back and just continue playing as how he is. The century will come.
Yeah, I must have been disappointing. This is the third 50 he's scored in a row. He had scored of 65, not out 57 yesterday in that final, and then today he got 89. And certainly one could have seen the disappointment when he got out. Short delivery and just pulled to mid-wicket. And you can see him being upset. A very calm character. But it's Tyrone Charles, and he bowling to Wildman, is flashing outside the off stump. Again, extracting some bunks from that delivery is Tyrone Charles, and quite a mark different with the field placement. There's actually 2 slips on a gully, probably, I don't know if you want to call it, maybe 3 slips. The first time we have seen it in any of the games. So really, Team A is on the attack as Wildman is flashing outside the off stump, and a good delivery that really swung away from the right-handed Wildman.
And they must have quite a bit of confidence in the bowling of Charles, because there are only 2 men on the side of the pitch. They said 3 slips a third man, squarish cover, extra cover, mid-off. So his first couple of deliveries is probably right on spot in relation to his field placing.
Yeah, most definitely. That last delivery in particular, in a pitch on a good line, and just moved away from the right-handed batsman. And concludes the first over, bowled by Tyrone Charles. Team B, again requiring 206 for victory. They have not yet scored, or they are, yes, they are one without loss. Joe Wildman, not yet off the mark. Joe Max Wildman and Sion Andrew. Shion Andrew, he's going to take strike. Andrew yesterday, Ali got some 40 odd, was really crucial for St. Mark's batting. He wasn't able to pull through.
Well, in fact, the loss of those 2 wickets, but basically signal the end of the St. Mark's inning. Ogis and Andrew, but they really batted well, and maybe had they gone on just a bit longer, you could have seen what we would have been an upset, literally victory for St. Mark's against St. David's. But it wasn't to be. But they played well.
Well, we were making the point that St. Mark's at one time look as though they're going to run away with victory at 90 odd for one, and these two batsmen batting so well. It was not a question of time. There was a lot of deliveries remaining, so that was out of the equation. And I think it's just that they lost a wicket at the time they did at 99, and things just begin to unfold.
But I also said, Crony, he showed the difference in a team who is accustomed winning and one that is trying to win for the first time. I think that was a serious difference between the two teams.
Important point. Alexander, it is this one is played down to mid-on, which is deep, and probably had enough time to pick up a single there. Don't.
Well, Crony, that the running between the wicket has not been probably top line, so you will find these differences in the players, and this being a selected team, it makes it even more difficult.
Again, full delivery, hit down to mid-on. Again, no timing. Was and Andrew. It's one of the areas that is of concern. The running between the wicket, our coaches certainly will have to do some work in that area. This one is struck lovely over long off, and that clears the boundary for 6. Good shot over pitch.
I think most batsmen will relish that type of delivery, full outside off stump. Not much pace either, and he just lifted it over mid-on, sort of deep mid-on, and got clearance the boundary.
Another ball that's hit through the covers for 4. Again, given the room and the width, and Andrew flashes and flashes hard, and that one race in the air, but he hit it well and picked the gap and went down to the boundary for yet another boundary. As you see, yes, wide and over pitch, and he had the room and showed everything at it. Went across the boundary for 4.
You remember yesterday when he started his inning, I made the point that he looked as somebody who likes to hit the ball and wasn't doing it yesterday, but today he starts off doing just that.
Yeah, he's that sort of player. If you give him room, he really gonna put back the ball, and we have seen it very clearly in the last 2 deliveries that he faced. One was pitched up, he went over long off, and one again was pitched up wider, and he was able to hit it square. So he's on 10. He's on 11. Yeah, wide delivery. And as we look at Alexander, just seemed to be, again, with his run-up. We see him just move from side to side and just chipping in and between. Always an indication that you would struggle to get it right. You struggle to get the line you want, you struggle to put the ball where you want. Lack of rhythm in his run up to the wicket. Short ball and play to cover. And yeah, a bit of careless throwing the and give the batsman opportunity for an overthrow. There was no need to. So one more to Andrew. He's on 12 and it's 13 without loss at the end of 2 overs.
Looking at Alexander Rifel, I have a feeling probably run up is too short for what he's trying to do. So he's sort of trying to accelerate up a very short distance with some very short strides rather than linking his stride and get his rhythm going. And just at the point the delivery tends to fall away quite a bit. But of course, it's the youthfulness in him. He just needs to work on his game and try to get it right.
Well, it's so important that you speak about rhythm because that is so critical to a fast bowler. You have to be able to get to the wicket in a good and balanced position. It therefore means that you had to run up in a certain way, build that kind of rhythm getting up to the wicket. And if you can't, there's always a tendency that you're going to struggle to do what you want to do with the ball. As Charles, a beautiful delivery there that really went through Andrew, and also when the keeper himself not being able to glove that properly, has actually went through the gloves and is certainly beaten by the pace and a lot of carry on this delivery.
Yes, good. Well, first over and then this delivery show quite a bit of pace in comparison probably with the other pieces that we have seen. And of course, probably the captain expects it because first time we have seen 3 slips employed.
Yeah. And Tyrone Charles is easily the quickest of the lot, and certainly he would want to impress. I think his bowling have been a bit disappointed in some of the preliminary games, and he would want to really turn it around. But he does have the ability, to move the ball and does have a great deal of pace.
It surely doesn't look like a limit over game with 3 slips.
Yeah, it's the first time we are seeing it. There's Charles. This one is cut and cut well down to backward point, and that's going to run into the boundary for 4. Short delivery. And was really given the right treatment by Andrew as it went down to backward point for 4. It was 19 without loss.
Good start by the opening pair, fairly aggressive, not allowing the bad balls to go unnoticed. You're taking advantage of the loose deliveries.
Yeah, still 3 slips. Tyrone Charles from that southern end. This one is played to an extra cover. The feline cover just moving to his right. There's no run.
Yesterday, Connery spoke of the field placing, in fact, with 3 people on the on side, and today they have gone for 2. So it tells you that he really will just have to be bowling outside that off stump. But I think that sets the batsman mentally up to where the ball will be coming.
Yeah, it also calls for discipline in terms of the bowler bowling to be able to bowl a line outside. I guess he's so far he's keeping it right, and nothing has gone down the leg side. The batsman, they look at the drive, and one seemed to come in a bit and just drop out on the offside. It's 20 without loss. Andrew on 13. Wildman on 4. It's Charles in his second over.
We work with us, man. We work with us.
Again, he stands up and pushes it to square cover. Confidently is Andrew. And that is Wildman, and that completes the second over bowled by Tyrone Charles. 2 overs, no made, 6 runs, no wicket. Dante Alexander just 1 over for 12 runs. At the end of the third over, Team B endeavoring to get to 206 for victory. Yeah, 20 without loss.
Yeah, still 281 deliveries left on 186. So because the batting side has ample time to just play the ball on its merit, then no need to try anything fancy, as we will say.
Yeah, it's a limited overs game is a thinking game, is a head game. You could calculate, how it can be done. It don't always happen that way, but generally there's no need to rush, as you say. There's quite a bit of deliveries to get up to that 206. We see for Alexander, there's just one slip. There's a third man, backward point, cover, square cover, down the leg side. He's looking to swing. Let's see what would be the signal there. Wide signal. Again, short down the leg side. So we're seeing a difference in terms of a big difference in terms of the field placement for Dante Alexander as we look at that delivery down the leg side again. Lambota just seemed to be struggling a bit. He have done a tremendous job, probably one of the outstanding keepers in the tournament, but just seemed to be struggling a bit. We have seen one gone through his glove, and this one down the leg side that you would have moved and take easily. Outside the off stump, and Wildman pushing at it. Probably one of the better deliveries bowled by Thomas. He had it moved away from him.
Yeah, and a bit more pace in it too. I think it's not much movement, but a bit more pace. The batsman was a bit late on the shot.
You made a point in terms of his run up, and there could be some merit in that. As you see, his run up just seemed to get shorter, and you need to really look at his run up. Again, he's another player that's come through the kiddie cricket program, so you just probably need to do some more work with his run up.
Yeah, he definitely needs to be more fluent in his run up to the wicket. Too much stuttering. Seems not totally in control of it. I think he needs to link that run up a bit. And from yesterday to today, he has shortened the run up a bit.
Yeah, that's what I realized. Yeah, even from the time he started this inning, he has shortened the run up. Yeah. Right arm over the wicket. Again, just angling down the leg side and play down the long leg. So it's 22. Wildman is on 6. And Shion Andrew 13. Shion Andrew, which should have been vital to St. Mark's. Chase. So one slip, long leg, mid wicket and a mid on the leg side. And he's looking to cut there. Loud appeal, he's looking to cut, and I think the umpire is asking if it reach. And Andrew goes caught behind. Good catch. As it just seemed to be dropping. He's looking to cut down to that square cover backward point position. As we look at the replay here. Yeah, the ball just moving in. Actually, it went straight to the keeper.
Yeah, I think again, not beaten for pace. I think he expected the delivery a bit quicker, and he took the bottom edge. Right, the bottom edge came in. The keeper bobbled it a bit, came out of his gloves, but took it on the second. I think the question was whether he took it cleanly the second time, but the batsman actually walked, so he saw it and he left. So, per true.
Good. Certainly some good work by the cameraman there. That ball.
Oh yes.
Really good work by the cameraman there. And again, still, Lambo just seemed to be struggling a bit in terms of his movement and collecting the ball. He took a good catch there, but normal condition, based on what we have seen before, he would have really been, would have taken that catch much easier. But he really had some difficulty in taking the catch.
But he's one of the keepers I notice keeps up to the wicket quite a bit.
Yeah.
And he's now standing back, so he seems a lot more comfortable close to the stumps. And standing back now, you can see he seems having a bit of a problem.
Teddy Bishop, he's going to face his first delivery. Again, just one slip, third man on the boundary. We have a point, extra cover mid-off, mid on mid-wicket. And I feel on a long leg, wide long leg boundary. Probably more deep backward square. He's pretty wide to be called a long leg. Bishop, a lot is expected of Bishop. Should be playing really under no pressure. Alexander. Good line, good length, and Bishop allowed this one to go outside the off stump. Successful over. Ball there by Alexander. 2 overs, 1 for 16. It's 23 for 1, and we had 4 completed overs.
Yeah, but it's the wicket taking delivery is the type of ball that I think an attacking batsman will go after. It was short, it was outside the off stump. I think lack of pace took the bottom edge. So a vital wicket. Of course, he is one of the young players that scores runs, and one was expecting probably more from him. But Bishop is in, and is one that everyone will be interested to see how he gets going in this inning. He has not been very consistent in the tournament.
Yeah, you're certainly right. It's Charles. This one is driven to cover. Full toss. Played firmly. Gangadin is it? Seem to be at cover. No, it's not. Gangadin is as cover point. So it's 23 for 1. Again, he's beaten to a ball pitcher, not beat him again. Seemed to be beaten for pace here as he was looking to drive. The ball seemingly did swing away a bit, but probably as we look at the replay here. Yeah.
Well, there was foot movement, but not towards the ball, and so he had to sort of stretch, and luckily for him, he didn't get as far as he intended to, and he was beaten outside the off stump. Feet needs to follow the line of the delivery. Similar shot. Feet goes straight down the wicket, but the ball is outside the off stump. Again, being beaten.
Yeah, not trying to get close to the ball, but looking to drive. This one staying down a bit. The keeper had some. Yeah, that one would have created some difficulty for the keeper, staying down. But that Charles is the quickest of the bowlers. So Bishop still 3 slips in place. And he's driving, he's dropped.
That.
Again, simple catch being dropped again by the keeper, and certainly not the keeper that that we would have seen early in the tournament. As we look at this delivery here. Yeah, straightforward catch. Straightforward catch.
Poor keeping, poor gloves. He was actually snatching at the ball. He didn't allow the ball to come into the gloves. Not too sure. He's a much better keeper than he's showing there for.
Yeah, that's certainly not a keeper that we saw earlier in the tournament.
Look at the replay that he's showing. He needs to allow probably the excitement. He need to allow the ball to come into the
Come
gloves.
to him,
He
yeah.
actually snatch at the ball and spill what a very very straightforward and simple catch.
We would have seen him take one, which in our view was simple, and he struggled to hold it. And we have seen a delivery go through his glove. It went for by. We have seen one down the leg side also. He had difficulty in stopping. And
Well, the fielders are dropping the catches, but it's quite amazing what Teddy is trying to do. I mean, another simple catch, straight to the man at extra cover, in and out. And
well, we look at the replay and see it is really has 2 chances in 1 over. And that's Murray feeling had covered it. 2 chances in 1 over.
well, the bowler, will I think be feeling it, and that's Teddy Bishop. You're one of the people that, of course, as senior player on West Indies trial squad, it's the type of wickets you will cherish, and 2 very simple catches going down.
Stroke to mid-off by Wildman. It's 24 for 1. We are in over number 6. Bishop, not yet off the map, was dropped on 2 occasions. Again, a short delivery, wide signal. Again, you just see the keeper there. Really, his movement just doesn't look right.
And that is something to do with his pads. I find the pads look sort of big, and he seems to be, having real difficulty in moving. Or probably he's injured.
Yeah. As we look at him, even get up to that delivery there, I think he was up very, very early with that particular delivery. He didn't pass, but you can see him came up. It's 25 for 1 and in the 6th over. And Gangadin continued with 1 slip. Played down to mid-on. But one of the notable things as we look at the final yesterday was the field placement of the St. Mark's team. I thought that the captain did a very good job in terms of setting the field. I think he really had it right in terms of field placement. This play down to backward point, short delivery that going to go into the boundary for 4. Good. Bad delivery. I really was given the treatment as we look at it's short outside there off some hit down to square cover. So 10 to Wildman, 29 for 1. Just making a point here in terms of the field placement. One has to give Gangadin a lot of credit in the way that this field was set. Another short delivery. Again, misfield by the point fielder. So 1 more. It's 30.
Some of that feeling position there, you either come in and pick up the ball in a standing position, or you wait on it and go down in the long barrier. But when you're looking to run in and go into the long barrier, you had difficulty as he did then.
And Bishop plays on to mid-off. So that completes the over. 30 for 1. A very, very interesting over.
Yeah, Bishop had lost middling a ball after being dropped twice. I think that you can only get better from there. You drop twice on zero. Hopefully, that just for the interest of the cricket, that he stays and give a good inning. No matter win or lose this game, but for the players to show their talent. I'm not sure. I saw the keeper. I think most of the time he keeps up to the wicket, and I'm not sure if standing back is sort of throw him off a bit. He doesn't look very comfortable from standing way back.
Yeah. Good delivery there again by Chan. You made a good observation because the delivery that went through his glove again from Charles coming from that southern end, as he got behind it and it just actually flew through the gloves. So if he was directly behind it, he probably would have been hit in his face, and which indicates to me that the pace that is coming at, maybe he's not used to that too.
That could be another. You take a while to get accustomed.
On Gainley play down to long leg for a single. Wildman, he moves to 12. It's 31 for 1, and Bishop comes back into strike. And you always think that when he's facing that something is going to happen, either he's going to explore or something is going to happen.
I wouldn't say my view on television what I think about him, but somebody needs to talk to him. I'll just leave it at that. He has too much talent for what he does when he gets in the wicket.
And he's driving. That's superb. That's from the highest order. Beautiful shot through the covers of 4. That's the grace, that the talent this player have. So exquisite. He really played that beautifully as it raced across the surface for 4. You can see his position and everything in order. And as you rightly say, when there's a player with such immense talent and gifting, you would always expect that more than often he'll do well.
And the question here is not probably making a low score, but is the manner in which he gets out, for the talent he has, and really needs to focus a lot more on probably batting long innings and playing shots that probably high percentage shots. The chances that you're getting out is greater than probably surviving. I think he plays just too many high percentage shots.
Yeah, I think you're right. It's all about billing and innings. It's like, you have the talent, but you have to learn to display the talent, learn to bat, and I think this is what is necessary. Play down to mid-off. It's 35 for 1. Bishop on 4. Wildman on 12. And now we're seeing 2 slips. It look like a second slip and probably a fourth slip. A strange position, that space between the keeper and the first slip. And he's driving again. Good shot, confidently played, but straight to cover. Murray's it in that position. At the end of another over by Charles. He has now bowled 4 overs, none for 12. The score is 35 for 1.
I think probably seeing the end of Charles' first spell. Very unfortunate that probably he have probably 2 or 3 wickets under his belt in his first 4 overs, but he's been bowling well. Good pace in comparison to what we have seen yesterday and today. He have got a couple ball to lift on this comfortably at the batsman. So good spell so far.
Alexander continues and push back on the onside. And Charles it is, who is at Tyrone Charles at mid-on. There's a mid on a mid wicket and long leg wide. There's three fielders on the leg side. This is driven to cover. Misfield by the cover fielder as it went straight through. And that. So 1 run.
There must be some reason why these guys are misfeeling on a surface like this. They must be doing something technically wrong. It's surely not the ground.
Yeah, I think he's just trying to look up too quickly. And Bishop is hitting that square. Again, lovely shot. Probably going to stop it before he gets to the boundary. Let's see. Yes, and they pick up 2 runs. Again, slightly short, and he was quickly in the position to hit it square. He didn't look to cut it, but stood up straight and hit it square and picked up 2.
But Benjamin is not really, is a sort of medium pace bowler, and short deliveries like that, it will be comfortable for Bishop.
This one is right up, and Bishop had to come down on this one and play it out on the offside. 38 for 1. Bishop on 6 from 11 deliveries. Wildman 13, 24 deliveries. So we just see in the offside field being pushed back a bit. A cover point on the cover. And his drive hitting this one. Where this goes, that's going to go down to the boundary for he lifted it. This one down to a wide long off position. He had a mid off, and that went to the left of the mid off. And it went down to the boundary for 4. Deliberate shot. A safe shot at 4 more to Bishop. He's moved to 10. It's 42 for 1. As we see the mid off still in position. Short delivery hit down the backward point. This again going to rush into the boundary for 4. And certainly this is the sort of player he is, that you give him bad ball, this particularly from the medium pace, he's going to take full advantage. And as we look at another short delivery.
That was very short. But that's not too bad. That's bad deliveries, and they should be dealt with. I think the problem he has is trying to hit the good ones. That was short. It was outside. It was asking to be hit, and he did just that. But I think the problem is mentally when he try to take the good balls to make it bad.
So it's 46 for 1. Bishop moves to 14. Wildman now in strike as Charles going to come in this 5th over. This one is stroked down to cover. Murray. Cousin Murray in the covers. Still the 2 slips. Third man wide. Cover point, cover mid off. Mid on, mid wicket. And a long leg. Tyrone Charles. This is let's play it back to the bowler.
Refill is 2 slips, but I wonder what are really the position there. That looked like probably a 2nd and a 4th slip.
Definitely. Yeah, I made mention of that. There's not a 1st slip.
It's not a 1st. Maybe in 2nd, then there's not a 3rd.
Yeah.
I think they're just covering space, really, and not in really slip position.
And the 3rd man very, very wide. Interesting positions. It's 46 for 1. 9th over. So it seems to be an issue in terms of the rate.
.160, the target of 249 more deliveries, legal deliveries.
One more ball pushes square cover. Both batsmen on 14. 47 for one. Bishop, exciting player. And Charles in his fifth over. I'd really love to see the back of Bishop. Driven down to mid-off. Time in there as the ball went bouncing down to mid-off. One would have thought when you look at the teams, you have Cousin Murray, that left-arm piecer. One would have thought that you'd want to use him instead of Alexander to open the bowling from this northern end. And again, this is driven past the cover point, and they pick up another 2. So 49 it is for 1 as we complete the 9th over. Bishop 16 from 15 and Wildman 14 from 28.
Good, Charles. Pretty good spell. Of course, when batsman has been dropped consecutively of 2 consecutive deliveries, it could play a mental part on the bowler. But I think he stood up well. He continued. He bowled another over. Pretty good line, good length to one of the bowlers that kept to a good line just outside the off stump. So pretty good spell from him.
It's one of his better performance in the last few games that I've seen in opening the bowling. Sometimes he tend to just try to bowl very fast. But I think this in his 5 overs for 15 runs. Indication that he was really on target. I should have picked up the important wicket of Bishop. Was pretty consistent in terms of keeping one line just outside the off stump.
And early part of this spell, he only had 2 men on the onside of the wicket and stick to his task.
Well, Murray, this one is again right up. It's pushed on the offside. Yeah, that's another part that I probably didn't pay much attention to, but the fact that he had been able to bowl with just 2 men on the leg side and being able to keep his line, I thought that really was commendable. And he did bowl fast. Good delivery. Leaving the right hander. We have seen him, Cousin Murray bowl yesterday. Made the important breakthrough with the wicket of O'Geese. That really started it on the tide.
I think he keeps a good line, and as we said, traditionally the left-hander is getting the ball to go towards away from the right-hander. You could see a bit of movement in his bowling, so that's a good sign. I think what he has to learn to do now is to get the one that jacks back in, and that will create a lot of problem.
Well, he's against his captain, played the cover. Bishop as he stroked this one to cover. And Murray will be happy to see the back of Bishop. And he's hitting again to cover. Again a misfield. That looked like no, another misfield by Rickel Sylvester. Again.
I think the guy's going down in this long barrier position and not really keeping the eye on the ball.
I think what they have been doing is instead of keeping and making sure that they pick up the ball, they're looking to get out very quickly.
Not a bad first over from Murray. Bowls very good line and length. He's of course one of the I suspect one of the key bowlers on this lineup, and probably the one they expecting to be a wicket taker. Their score 155 of 240 deliveries. Wickets is important.
Yeah, it's 1 for 51. And let's see who's gonna take it up from that southern end. That's Mitchell. Rion Mitchell. Known for his opening bat, he opened bat for the under 15 team. Actually, he's one of the players that made the winners on the 15 team, but never had the opportunity. The fact there was no cricket in 2020. And this one again is hit over cover and down to the boundary for 4 again. Reaching for that delivery and really didn't get hold of it. It was Bishop. He went over cover. The fielder had cover, jumping, but went over his head and down to the boundary for 4.
And probably it would have been a wide had he not made contact.
Again, Bishop looking to give himself room to hit through the covers. Again, as you said, Ali, there's no need to be forcing the question of trying to invent shots and to play shots of deliveries that really you need to defend. He's looking to give himself room there. This time he's cutting but straight to Charles in point position. So the offside field is mid-off, deep. You have a cover, you have a backward point, third man, and you have a cover on the boundary. And Bishop, they looking to pierce that offside field. And this side hit in the air, and let's see, someone mid-on is getting under it, and again drop the catch. Certainly another bad miss as he's been put on in mid-on. Again, not as we look at the replay here. It's a ball that really that shot wasn't on, and the fielder coming back there getting both hands hit. Yeah, and not being able to hold on.
In the end, it's
and this time he's swinging and he's hitting hard. Where this one goes, and this would be over long on for 6. Really interesting in play by Bishop there as he really swung hard and hit this one over long on for 6. So he quickly moves to 29. It's 63 for 1. And really is a strange inning.
Well, strange based on ability, but not on performance. He's been batting so the entire season. So he's been batting like that the entire season. So
the long off is now being pushed back, or the mid on. And there he's hitting again. This one will go over long off and yet for another 6. And he just seemed as though, well, he decided that he had 3 chances. They didn't take it. No, he gonna go after everything. This one was pitched up, and that's what shot was on. It was over pitch outside the off stump, and he really swung hard and hit it really high over long off, and pick up another 6. So it's 69 for 1, and Bishop is on 35. In faced 23 balls, hit 4 fours and 2 sixes, and as he said, if he stays there any length of time, that score would come down very quickly.
Yeah, but as we keep saying, he has the ability to hit. The question is his choice of shots. He tend to want to hit everything. As probably say, like, he have little respect for the bowler, as he think he could do what he wants. But that's cricket. There will be good balls, and he will need to defend properly. He might need to check the number of his jersey. Maybe he's carrying 13. I don't know if that has anything to do with maybe 13 might be a lucky number for him.
Unlucky number.
Well, lucky because he been dropped so many times.
It's 69 for 1. We are in the 12th over. Murray in the 2nd over. So far none for 2. Mitchell 1 over for 18 runs. Bishop really went after him.
I'm not sure the combination of the team, but that fourth bowler, that is neither a genuine pace or medium pace. Well, a strange dismissal there.
Seem to be out stump. We're going to look at it here. He just looked to turn down the leg side, and was quick work. We look at it again. White being signal.
Well, oh yes.
Good work by the keeper.
And emphasizing the point that I made about him, he seems a lot more comfortable up to the stumps. Once he stays back, he has a lot of problem, because look how easy glove that one, and when he stays further back, the ball seems to have problems staying in his gloves.
Yeah, as we look at it again there, looking to turn, but lifting that back foot there, and good work by the keeper.
He actually walk.
So Wildman goes stumped of the bowling of Murray, Cousin Murray, and he went for 15. So it's 70 for 2. Devani Joseph, another player with immense talent. Really haven't gone on. I think he had one score of 49 in the tournament. So really interesting reply. Bishop on 35. 4 fours, 2 sixes. And the left-handed Joseph. One slip, and let's see. Fila is moving towards third man. Now the long on comes into mid-on. Mid-off extra cover point. So we had just 4 fielders in that offside position. Lambert continues to keep up to the wicket. This one is just comes off the edge and went straight to slip. And
I think for a bowler that brings the ball to the left hander, into the left hander, he could have probably had a man in a square leg position. That means he gained forced to bowl wide, and once on wicket, chances are that the ball will be turned into the onside. Now surely the keeper looks a different person standing up. Yeah, I think he has problem with keeping back. It doesn't look too settled.
Or do we have problem with pace? Bowlers bowling very quickly. 70 for 2.
But he has good gloves work. So, but when you saw him, the catch that he dropped, his gloves were all muddled up,
Yeah,
and that is not really how he keeps. So maybe just a little loss of concentration.
yeah, it was very clear. He was struggling in terms of the position of the gloves and how he collected the ball. That's completely over. At the end of the 12th over, it's 70 for 2.
Well, the previous bowler got 17 in this last over. The one that, well, not sure if he's going to
Mitchell.
come back there. Mitchell, would you have brought him back to a second over?
Well, I think in the first case, I would not would not have used him then. He's just about medium pace, and I probably would have, when I look at the team, they probably, the other option that could have been used. He's just about medium pace, but after the first over, certainly I probably would have been tempted to move in for the time being. Although he had the opportunity of picking up the wicket of Bishop. I think the way that Bishop is playing is that it's very clear that he's seemingly going to go after everything. This certainly is a maturity in terms of you looking to bill in, bat sensibly, as the case is. So that's one more. Ball steered down to third man, backward point. 71 for 2. Bishop moved to 36. But he's that sort of carefree player. I just, and these sort of players sometimes you just have to give them time, where they could mature and begin to build themselves.
Sometimes they never really go on, and probably a lot of stern action that to be taken. One such player comes to mind quick is Hetmeyer.
Yeah.
Has that sort of mentality, try to make very good balls bad ones.
Yeah, another wide green signal. Yeah, from what I know of Mitchell, he's an open batsman, and I think his strength more is in the batting than really the bowling. It's kind of surprising that he came on so early.
In a team like that, Raphael, where number of guys get together, from different teams, who really carry out gives the instructions on the field? Is it the captain or somebody from within the stand, the coach? Because everybody seems new to each other. I mean, I have an idea, but
Well, on the field of play, certainly we expect the captain to take the lead, but one would think with the management team, obviously all those things will be discussed. There will be a plan going out there in terms of who are some of the main bowlers. I think they would all know that who are some of the main bowlers, whether it's the fast bowlers or the slow bowlers. I think the good thing about this is that they all played against each other in a tournament, so they would have played against each other on probably more than on one occasion, so that they will know the players. The coach, Telesford, will have a good idea of the players. He's coach of one team. Then there's Cummins, who also should have a good idea of all the players. I mean, I talking about players that he would have been playing, coming through school cricket and even coming up to under 15 and so forth. So it's really nothing new for the players, and the fact that they had an opportunity to play in the tournament will be aware of some of the players. So one would expect that your management, your coach, so would be able to give directive in terms of what happens outside there, in terms of who are your bowlers, who are your spinners, and in terms of course of action. But added to that, one still expect that you would be sending messages, you'd be keeping in touch with what's happening outside. You probably may see something, you may be able to see the way a player is playing and feel that your best bet is to have a particular bowler bowling. And I think, that's the job of the coach as he sits and he analyzes what is happening.
Well, I think it's strange that this. Well, that's just what I'm going to say, Crony. How would you be bowling to him and the man is not on the boundary? This is just what I was going to comment on. How is it you're bowling to Bishop and your mid-off and mid-on is the players are in the mid-off and mid-on position and not long on and long off. And the very first ball, he hits it over the head.
The Bishop moves to 41 as this one was surely pitched up and hit to easily over mid-off and down to the boundary for 4. The fielder is now being placed right back and he pushes this one to a straightish mid-wicket and pick up one more. The take just goes to 79 for 2. Bishop moves to 42. He has now been there for 30 deliveries. Already 5 fours and 2 sixes. Murray continues over the wicket to the left-handed Joseph, who plays the backward point. No. Charles fielder. $79 for 2. I think pretty soon we probably will see Gangadines. We're going to see spin. This is full to the bat and played 2 mid-wicket. A couple of runs in the making here. Probably should be 3. Yeah, they're coming back for the 3rd one. Full toss and push neatly 2 mid-wicket.
Yeah, bad delivery on the pads. And very confidently, Joseph played it away.
He's off the mark with 3.
He's off the mark.
Bishop. We see the cover fielder is now being pushed back. Let's see. Just about halfway. Just not right back. This one is pushed back past the bowler and they ambles a single. So it's 83 for 2.
123 to be had from 217 deliveries.
And this one is cutting but not getting hold of it, going straight to cover. So after 14 overs, Team B led by Teddy Bishop, 83 for 2, requiring another 123 runs.
Yeah, but Gangadin skippers the parish. I was wondering probably why he's not coming on to the attack, because I don't think that 4th bowler is, the stage the match is at, you need wickets and not just the ability to keep your run down.
Yeah, there's probably some message went out to Teddy there. We see someone come on, maybe I change our gloves.
Surely he didn't ask for it. So it must be a message. I don't think he asked for the glove.
Yeah, you'd want to change tactics as you see the runs coming off the fast bowlers. You'd want to just try something different. But Mitchell is gonna continue in his 3rd over. So far gone for 22. This one is played down to 3rd man by Bishop. One more. 84. Bishop goes for 44. 44 from 32 deliveries.
And he's not the type of bowler that seems to be well, not a pace bowler, but he seems to have very good line and length. It's just all about the place and easy to score off.
Yeah, what I know, he's at the on that 15 level. Yeah, he did bowl. I think at time he opened the bowling, but 2019 under 15, you play just under 15 players, so you probably could have seen it happening there, but again, playing at the under 19 level, I don't think he has the pace. No, he's the type of bowler that moves the ball around. So you probably use him for maybe a over here and there, maybe try to get a breakthrough, as the case may be. But certainly that's not the case. He came on trying to make a breakthrough, but he came on really as one of the frontline bowlers. Again, shot, uh, and Joseph, they looking to pull. Made no contact. A wide signal. We just seen that again. Lambert, the keeper, always just seemed to be. I wonder if he's 100% well.
Yeah. Some days are not always your best.
Yeah.
Surely has the talent.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
To be a very good keeper. I'm looking to see him pitch up one to see what Teddy will do, because the fielders are back. Are they right back?
No, they aren't. They aren't right back. Probably 3/4 way to the boundary. They long on and they long off. And Mitchell, they was very careful not to pitch it up. This one right up. He had to come down on it. I assume very careful not to over pitch. Yeah, 3 fielders on the leg side. That's Mitchell. Again, this one just pushed back to Mitchell. So kept it good, and he ended a good over. And Bishop was forced to defend last 2 deliveries.
Yes, not a bad over, but in the sequence of the game, I think after that, so probably the fourth medium pace bowler that has been employed. I would look now to try to employ a spinner. Of course, the problem Caribbean cricketers have with spin, and try to pick up a wicket or two, rather than continuing with the pace and medium pace.
What we yet to see, there's Gangadine. There's Sylvan Charles, also another left arm spinner. So you do have that. There's Embleton, right arm leg spinner. So you do have some option with spin. 3 spinners that can call on. Continues with the medium pace. Joseph on 3 from 11 deliveries. And this one is clipped to mid wicket. Lovely shot. Really, really good timing. That went quickly across the top for 4.
He looks very strong on the onside. Well balanced with his shots. A lot of pace. Yeah, properly balanced. Gets it all along the ground. Very, very good shot.
Yeah, and certainly looked like Devon Smith as he played that. He whipped it really beautifully as it went across the turf. Yeah, he is that technically song-looking player, and as you rightly said, really balanced as he was on his back foot, and he stroked that one. It's really smoothly to cover. Seem to have a lot of time to play.
Again, it's not genuine fast, but not a wide delivery, but Currently, at one time, bowlers, based on what you're bowling, had ends. You bowl from here at Queen's Park. The leg spinner will always come from the bottom end and the off spinner from the top. Similarly, with the ball moving into the batsman or away, I noticed the bowlers here just bowl one spell at the bottom, the next spell at the top. I'm not sure if that effect of the breeze with this modern stadium has gone.
Well, it's good to hear you made that point because this is what we knew. The leg spinners always come from the far end, always come from which would be the southern end.
Yeah,
With
and
the
that has
breeze-
to do a lot with the breeze coming down.
from, yeah. And the off spinner is always come from this northern end. I think this is what we know Queens Park to be. I don't know how much attention is being played. Lovely shot again. This one is hit straight and goes over the boundary for 6. Good timing again. You can see him reaching and hitting it straight back over the bowler head and picking up a good looking 6.
Yeah, very good timing. Of course, there is the mid off and the mid on, so no danger. Once you time it properly as he did.
As we look at the replay, it was so important that he hit straight. He didn't try to go across it, but he hit straight. And he timed it well. That completes the over. So Murray 4 overs, 1 for 23. It's Mitchell 3 overs, not for 25, 97 for 2. And we had 16 overs completed. But just back to the point you were making, Ali, in terms of the end that bowlers bowl. Yeah, and it's something that always kind of concern me in terms of where you put particular bowlers. You look at, as we rightly say, the leg spinner coming from that southern end with the breeze coming across the field. The assistance you're going to get with the ball leaving the right-hander. Or even if it's the left-hander, we're coming back into the left-hander. And, coming from this northern end with the ball coming into the right-hander or leaving the left-hander, you tend to get the support of the breeze giving assistance. Some of that, I don't know, of how often or if even more coaches or who is in charge take this into the picture before things being done.
What I notice is that the bowlers bowl any end.
Yeah.
There's no particular end anymore that guy bowls. So maybe the breeze is not as effective as it was then.
We know as once we see change of bowling, Gangadine pick it up from that southern end. And interestingly, he's going to be bowling to Bishop. And Bishop carefully pushes the one to cover. Cousin Murray, there's no chance of a run there, but he was really. Again, he plays this one down to long off. Yeah, again, confidently and carefully push it down to long off.
He seems to have sort of caused some of his aggression and since the gloves came out, maybe that could have been the instruction to play it along the ground some more. But it seems to be a lot more effort is being put on him playing the ball along the ground.
Certainly, the way he played those 2 deliveries just giving a signal that he seemingly wanted to now settle on and play proper cricket.
Which he could, he has that ability.
So Devani Joseph on 13. Short delivery and is not too far from that mid-on feeler. I went down to long on for 1. Bishop comes back into strike.
Wow.
Down the track, and where does this goes? Over long off for 6. A bad delivery, and really it warranted the treatment that Bishop goes to 50, 38 balls, 54 minutes. Very quick time. Not. It was given the full treatment.
Oh yeah, that was very bad delivery. It was wide, it was full, it was slow. So he could have hit it any way he wanted to.
Again, just looking to force this one. Again, look at it. It's square.
Much better delivery though.
Another short delivery, and this one is hit down to long on. Probably be a little disappointed he didn't do more with that delivery, but he picked up one. That completes the over. First over by Gangadine. Went for 9 at the end of 17 overs, 106 for 2.
And this is the thing that Gangadine, when he tries to fly the ball, the ball is a little too slow and he doesn't drop. He tends to bowl at a pace that doesn't allow him to flight the ball that much. And probably he just has to do a little bit more work in flight in the delivery. But not a bad over for the spinner. Conceded 9 runs, but a 6 was in it.
We see spin from the southern end. Sylvan Charles, another left arm spinner, one who would have also represented Grenada there on a 15 level. Between the umpire and the stump, and Bishop is driving straight back to Charles. So the target is 100 runs required. Again, he's coming forward and play it on the onside. Bishop on 52. 5 fours, 3 sixes. Short delivery, which is hit down to the cover fielder, who comes off the boundary. So Charles is going to come over the wicket to the left-handed Joseph. This pair so far put on 37 runs for this third wicket. Still maintaining one slip. Backward point cover mid off. This is short, and this one is hit down to a good shot. Hit down to a wide long one for 4. Just pulling this one down a bit and giving the treatment.
Yeah, short delivery. Yeah, it's very short. And just stroke it over mid wicket, short mid wicket. And they put in another player on there on side. So you have a straight middle wicket and a middle wicket and a deep middle wicket.
Yeah, interesting position again. The short ball being hit in the region of that area. There's Charles at mid wicket, and then you have what would be a short mid on, just to the left of the non-striker. Short again, and where this one goes, same direction, and that goes for another 4. As Joseph taking full advantage.
Well, the field was set for the delivery, the attempt, because after the previous delivery where the ball was struck there was some adjustment to the field, but the ball went the same place, and the result was the same, 4 runs.
Yeah, well, with the shot that was played, the first 4, it probably went in the air past the mid wicket, straightish mid wicket, and just decided to put another fielder there. And play to backward point, and that's the end of the first over. Charles, he went for 10 in that over. The end of the 18th over. It's 116 for 2.
Well, both spinners, it's true, just one over bowl, but surely not on line and length yet. Quite a number of short deliveries, and 2 attacking batsmen that will take advantage of these short deliveries. So they will need to pitch right. Teddy and Joseph are good hitters at the ball.
This pair has so far put on 46. Gangadine is going to continue. No, let's see. The long on is right back, and the long off also seems to be going right back. A ball given there and hit, and he picked the gap well. That went really between the deep cover and the long on, and that went to the boundary for 4. But real control shot there as he really picked the gap and hit for 4. So that takes score to 120, and Bishop moved to 57. One remembers in the final yesterday he was out stumped off the bowling of Gangadine. This is full, and this one is hit straight. This one would clear the fence very easily as it goes over long off for 6. And yet again, bad delivery, and probably was given the right treatment.
Yeah,
as we look at the replay.
I'm not too sure when he flies the ball. The flighting of the ball is too flat. He tries to flight it, but the trajectory is too low, so batsman has sufficient time to come down. Not looking up enough. Too flat.
And he's hitting straight again. And let's see this one. Going to clear the fence again as he just hit straight, and much danger in this one.
Really, you have to set the field to how guys, but I would have the long on, put him much straighter, and then put somebody an extra cover on the boundary.
Yeah.
He's in no man's land. Bishop has been hitting the ball on either side of him. What is called a long on. He needs to be straighter, and then could still put an extra cover on the boundary.
Again, a shorter delivery, quicker one. He looking to pick the gap on the offside. He was beaten by this one. It's 132 for 2. He's down the track and hitting again down to long off. And this is where it's so important that you had to control it in. Not because you would have hit a couple sixes and you figure that you can hit everything. You pick up another single that takes him to 70. Gangadine, second overall, already going for 26. And that completes his second over. 2 overs, none for 26. Bishop is on 70. Joseph 22. This pair added 63 as Team B. 133 for 2 at the end of 19 over.
But Gangadine seems fly. Yes, he's attempting to fly the ball, but I'm not seeing the ball turn much. Even the ball that beat the batsman, a ball that goes through straight. Teddy trying to give himself room, but the ball didn't really turn, and maybe the surface he's playing on, or maybe just on this day he's not getting that grip of the surface.
Charles to Bishop. Bishop pushing back on the offside. Bishop so far faced 48 deliveries. 6 fours, 5 sixes. He's choked this one down to the long one and ambles a single.
I think the batting team is pretty much in control. 72 of 184 deliveries. Teddy is still there on 71. Joseph on 22. So I think the feeling side now is the one that has to do something different to get a good result.
Well, we had to be so careful when we say the batting team is in control. If we look back, at what happened yesterday, probably have the advantage now, as we saw um, what happened yesterday. This one, batsman looking to pull, not getting hold of it. 134 for 2. You would really think that,
And it happened a couple games in the tournament where teams batting at a fairly reasonable score and then one wicket 2-3 and found themselves in difficulty.
Joseph is using his feet again and not. Good bowling there by Charles, because he saw him coming and push it a little bit wider. And he really had to stretch to make sure he got back to it.
He just needed to bowl it a bit quicker.
Just to keep it from not passing.
Yeah, he needed to bowl it a bit quicker. Saw him coming.
And he's sweeping again. This one looking to sweep and missing, taking on the pad there. What was good bowling there by Charles.
Yes, just watching the replay to see where it pitched. Yeah, it's slightly down the leg side.
So the players just having a break for drinks. We had 20 overs being bowled. It's 134 for 2. So far, Wildman, he was a stump of the bowling of Lambert. Stump Lambert bowl Murray, he's got 15. And Joe was caught by Lambert bowl Alexander for 13. Bishop 71 not out from 49 deliveries. 66 minutes, 6 fours and 5 sixes. And Joseph not out on 22 from 25 deliveries. He also had 3 fours and 1 6. So quite a strong reply to that score of 206, which is required for victory.
Yeah, and you made the point that is very important, that this score around this score 134 for 2-3 is still the batting side is not yet in command of the game, because it happened so many times in the series, and always a pick team, but this probably could be the main 2 batters, and so losing 2 quick wickets now could really put the bowling side back in contention. But at this moment, I would say that the batting team is doing fairly well. 72 of 180 deliveries, no need really to do anything fancy.
Yeah, obviously the team that is batting would be the more confident team at this point in time. You have Joseph, and as I said, he's a player who haven't really contributed the sort of score you expect from him. Bishop haven't also contributed until, after being let off on 1 or 3 occasions. He knows the high score, his highest in the score in the tournament at 71, and I guess would want to make that count. Sometimes you need a bit of luck, and maybe today might probably just be the day. I haven't given 3 chances,
and 3 fairly easy chances. I think anyone was difficult. Probably had a question which one was the easier one.
Well, I would think that the keeper's catch certainly was the easier one, or really should have been held. The one at cover, the player just had probably, yes, he got a hand, but it was not as easy as the one for the keeper.
And the third one,
the third one had long on. The guy had to run. I think he made good ground and got hit and just didn't hold on. So maybe today is probably his lucky day. And as was said by a number of us, that if he, on any given day that he does well, it's more than likely that the team that he plays for will win. We have Kurt Murray to come, and he's one of the other batsmen we know that has been doing very well. There's also Corey Celestine. So you are right in terms of 1 wicket can just change the course of things, as we would have seen yesterday afternoon with the fall of the wicket of O'Keefe.
But yesterday game was, it's sort of difficult for me to put together how the batsmen wanting this small score continue to try to hit sixes and fours and get out. You know, you could have seen a batsman playing forward and getting bowled or so. But these guys were trying to hit fours and sixes and continue to get out until the team. That was difficult to understand.
But it speaks to, speaking to one Mr. Ogis early on today, and he made a very good point in that when you look at the St. Mark's team, the batting probably is up to about 4. And if you're able to get these 4 batters, because we did see very early on that Shion Anju and Ugis would have been critical if St. Mark's had to win the game. They were doing well. They started off well, going at 99-1, and they was going pretty quickly. And really, they had to be critical if St. Mark's had to win the game. And after they would have left, we realized that all the other batters struggled. Gangadin came, he didn't last too long, and the rest of the batters really didn't create much of a problem.
The board guy batted probably, he would have out about 9. He got caught. He was looking pretty okay, and then just decided hitting.
And
he hit a good 6, I think. He'll pull off a short ball, and then after that, he probably played an attacking shot of every delivery there on after till he got out.
Yeah, and that's Kelchon Anju, and certainly, he was batting well. He's actually on this batting team today. He actually opened the bowling. Really, he's a fast bowler.
Yeah.
He batted well. Outside of I think these few players, there's no one else that really looked the part, and I think that's a problem with the St. Mark's team, and this is why these 2 players had to continue batting right through.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Even though they got to the final, I think beating St. David, even though they were found themselves at one point in a good position, it would have been a major upset. I think the quality of players of both teams vary vastly in from the quality of the 2 teams.
So we're about to resume. This look like Ogis. Let's see. Bishop is facing. And it look as Ogis gonna pick it up from that southern end.
Well, field plays like a leg spinner, so let's see.
Short delivery, hit down to the cover fielder on the boundary. Ogis and Bishop, a very good friend. As I said before, if you doesn't know and you look at both players, you sometimes are not able to determine which one is Bishop or which one is Ogis.
Yeah.
Very good friends. Right arm leg spin. Another short delivery. Is hit down to long leg. They probably should pick up 2 runs here. As the fielder come around. Looks like Alexander. So that's 2 more. Joseph 24. This is wide and played on the offside. And it's good to hear the calling outside there. Bishop was pretty loud saying no.
The ball also bounced quite a bit. Trying a few spinners that got ball to bounce that height. It looks as if he's bowling both leg and off. Crooney seems to have a different action to some of the deliveries.
Yeah. Leg spinners here played on the onside. Another short delivery and play to backward point. Very quick over completed.
Very good over too. Is he known as a sort of all-rounder in terms of, well, you know, his ability in his batting, but as a bowler also?
Well, I think his main area as asset is his batting. As a batsman that can bowl. Um, we've seen him pick up a few wickets. I think he would have picked up about 5 wickets in the tournament. But I think his main area is being a batsman.
And that
But
was-
but even at this level has been bowling well.
yeah, that's a pretty good over.
There's one more to Bishop. Silva and Charles continuing his third over. So far none for 12. Short ball and batsman not getting hold of it. Went bouncing down to mid off. He's on the track again, driving.
Well, something will have to happen now, because they are 67 of 170 deliveries. I think Teddy has adjusted himself quite a bit.
Yeah, just a little mix up in the running there, but there seem to have been some calling there, which is important. You know, even though one field is on, but the calling. Okay, looking to force that Joseph there. But being kind of cramped as that ball just seemed to bounce a bit more. Went back to the bowler. Joseph is on 25 from 34 deliveries. Bishop 74 from 52 deliveries. At the end of the 22nd over, 140 for 2.
Well, they have tried just about everything now. They have used 4 fast bowlers and 3 spinners. So something will have to happen. Is there another bowler probably that they could call this sort of mystery type bowler that comes on just, you know, does something different? The batting side looks in total control at this point.
Yeah, just looking at the lineup, just seem to be not much more they can call on. I think most of the bowlers have been roughly dealt with. I think the chances were critical. This is short and this is hit down to long on, and again just one bounce to the fielder. Bishop, they looking to pull this one. It's just stayed down a bit, and he hit it down to long on. This is 141 for 2. Ogies just making sure his fielders are in position. This one outside the off stump, and it's a wide call. So the field for Joseph. Short fine leg. Backward square on the boundary, mid wicket. Also a mid wicket on the boundary and a long on. Again, this is short. He's looking to pull and probably just come off the pad. We'll wait for the umpire signal. Yeah, it's a leg buys. Leg by.
He's not a big turn at the ball. If getting any turn at all, it's more the quicker one that creates the problem.
Short ball again, and
not much
pulling
done.
down to mid wicket. Not getting hold of it, and the long on fielder had to move to his right. So that's another single to Bishop. Takes him to 76. This one is hit down to long on. Let's see that long off fielder is settling under it. Joseph was caught by long off, off the bowling of Ogis. And he will be very disappointed with that shot that he played. He went for 25. Yeah, he had to reach for it. And really could not get power into it. And it went down to long off position. And the fielder moving around.
Very good catching technique.
Yeah, and gets himself in good position. Mitchell, Rion Mitchell, has moved around and taken a easy catch. So we have lost the third wicket, and you know, after a good partnership, we never know what can happen. But now the score is 144 for 3 in 22.5 overs.
Oh, but a good wicket to get. It seems to be a stalemate, but let's hope that could put some sort of drive into them. Of course, Teddy is still there, Bishop is still there, but we have seen consistently in the tournament after a long stand, and a wicket tends to follow by a cluster. So let's, looks on anxiously to see what happens. You can see the experience in the bowling. You see the new batsman, and they have closed the field in quite a bit.
And this one is played down to third man position. That's Celestine, Corey Celestine. So that completes a successful over bowled by Ogis.
And he has bowled 2 fairly good overs. He's pretty much online. He's not a big turner or spinner of the ball, but he's pretty much online. Good length. And so the batsman risking the hand to try to clear him off the square, but I think he's fairly effective with. I'm not sure if he's not a big spinner of the ball for sure, but he's got good line and good length.
So Bishop plays on to long on for one more. Left-handed Celestine comes into strike. Sylvan Child in his 4th over. Outside the off stump, batsman allowed to go through. Look at the drive square. Probably going to pick up 2 here. Let's see. Just 1. So Celestine is off the mark. It's 146 for 3.
Right delivery. Just tearing down past backward point. Of course, he's off the mark, which is always a good sign. Well, it seems as Steady decided that he's going to do it in singles. Take his time and push it around.
Yeah, showing a little more discipline there. This one is pitch up and he's driving. Seem to go in the air. We look at it.
Was it a chance?
Probably look at the replay there as Bishop was looking at the drive, and Ogis really dive into his right, and let's see if this really came out. Yeah, probably in the air. Let's see.
Not too sure if he got a hand to it, but the ball was in the air. It didn't go along the ground.
So it's 147 for 3.
Just 59 needed off 156 more legal deliveries.
Yeah, we just lost a wicket there after a partnership of some 74 runs. Um, and we are fully aware what happens after a long partnership. But not much runs to get. That's Ogis to Bishop, who puts it on the offside. Again, a stroke to cover. Extra cover in Murray. And Ogi certainly has been keeping things tight. And this sound is hitting. He's hitting well. This probably going to clear long. Goes for 6. Again, a good shot. There it was half volley, and he hit it well, just picking his spot. Despite there's a long off and there's a feeler cover on the wide cover boundary, he was able to clear them very easily.
Well flighted. Good comeback ball.
So Bishop moves to 84. A good delivery, getting
That one bounced quite a bit. He's really imparted some spin there.
Yeah, probably just again looking to get a single at the end of the over. So we have 25 overs completed, just about the halfway mark. It's 153 for 3, Bishop 84, and Celestine on 1.
And the target is just 53. 53 more runs needed. 150 legal deliveries. Batting not that difficult out there. I think, with the amount of deliveries left, the batsman could be satisfied with just pushing it along, but of course, steady. If Bishop is there, you can't expect anything.
And Charlton is 5th over. So far, none for 17. Ogis 3 overs, 1 for 12. Played down to long off by Celestine. So he's on 2. Yeah, Bishop is forced to defend. He's on 84. What do we see the first century?
We should be thinking of that in situation.
He's down the track, and where does this one goes? And goes over long on. Just uses his feet and get to the pitch of it and hit it over long on for yet another 6. Bishop, he moves to 90. It's 160 for 3. Past 90. How much? Down the track again. Not getting hold of this one. The long on fielder comes into play. He moves to 91, and really has been a top score. His partner just got 89 and out. Let's see what happens. He's 91. This one is swung, and good shot by Celestine. That again goes for another 6. As we probably will see that the replay here, and picked it up and really hit it well over long on for 6. Quite expensive over.
Good shot by Celestine. It was the type of ball that you could have choose to defend, and he chose to hit and hit it clean. Got it all the way over a wideish long on.
So it's 167 for 3 after 26 over. Bishop 91 prepares to face Ogis. And he's back and again looking to cut, made no contact. Again looking to pierce the field, pick the gap between cover and backward point. Another shot, quicker delivery outside the off. Some no shot offered by Bishop, who has so far faced 69 deliveries for 91. 6-4, 7 sixes. This one is stroke to mid wicket. Again being kept quiet by Ogis. Yeah, again he's coming forward and pushing in front of him. Again, good bowling by Ogis. He's in his 4th over.
And he's bowling pretty quick. His time between deliveries very, very quick. Kind of unsettled batsman. How? Well, surely he's decided to get a century probably by playing the ball along the carpet, because that one was probably behind his back, but he chose to play down with a straight bat, fairly straight bat to long on.
Completes another over. 27 overs bowled, 168 for 3. Bishop 92, Celestine 8. But being dropped twice before you score, you really would want to take advantage and maximize a situation where you've been dropped before you get off the mark on twice.
And as we say, not very difficult chances. I think you still have to give him credit for sort of putting himself back together and playing a fairly good inning.
So one more to Bishop as Charles continues in 6 over. So far none for 32. Bishop 93, 169 for 3, 37 runs required. And Celestine, really his role is just to stay with Bishop. Don't try anything rash. Again he's beaten. Appeal went up there. Appeal for stumping.
He's not a big turner of the ball, and I think that's what's happening. The ball going just a hinder turn.
Yeah, just go to whip this ball on the onside. This has been a good over by Charles.
No danger in the shot. It was down the leg side.
That completes the over. 169 for 3.
I think the important thing from here on, besides winning the game, is whether Bishop could go on to his century, which will be the first in the competition.
Yeah, I think it will be the first. It will be interesting to see if he can get to that 3-figure mark. I can't remember him lately getting to that 3 figures. So he really would want to take the opportunity. He did admit at the toss that he has not done well, and I would want to do well in this game. Well, he has been given an opportunity to do so.
3 opportunities.
So he can make full use of those opportunities he has been given. Ogis gain ball, giving some air, stroke down nicely down to long on. And he just needed a bit of respectability in his batting. That's all he need to do. That's all he need to do, you know. Play
Yeah.
each ball on its merit. When things are tight, the delivery is good. You take your time and play it, and that's all he need to do. Begin to build innings. I mean,
Yeah, he needs to get out the concept of I could do what I want. You know, you play the ball on its merit.
against a stroke down to longer for one more, 171. Celestina's on 9. He's out cut up mid off. He's out cut up mid off. Bishop just
Maybe
coming down.
If it was a gamble, I might have win because suspect he will do something before he gets to 100.
Yeah, certainly. Just came down the look to drive, hit it straight to the fielder at extra cover.
And one of the guys
Murray.
that dropped him before and actually fumbled with it again.
And Murray taking that catch. And certainly he will be disappointed not getting the 3 figures, but certainly he had some opportunities.
Yeah, he really was in control. Again, it's just, mind over matter. He just came down the wicket and tried to hit it over the top. When, for a couple of deliveries before that, he was looking as if he was looking to get his 100 through singles. Again, it's a mental thing. He needs to, get his act together when it comes to respect for the ball and the position of the game. And even in that case, the position that he in his at, 100 is not something you get very often in most cricketers' career. 100 has eluded them many, many, many times. So when you get that opportunity, you need to make use of it.
Well, certainly he had his good friend, Ugis, was able to pick more at 94. So probably two of the better batters in the teams. One going for 89, the next one going for 94. None of them have been able to go on to get the 3 figures. And Anju, it's Jevan Anju. And would this put a different complexion on the game?
But Otis Ogis is known for his batting, but I think he's given an excellent spell of bowling here. Not a big turner of the ball, but he gets ball to turn. He got an arm ball and one that straightened up. He gets some bonks off deliveries. In fact, more than most of the other spinners did. So I think there's quite a few qualities he has as a spin bowler, and in batting might just be his main trade at this point in time, but surely he's been putting on an excellent spell of bowling here.
Well, look how so we're going to see the spin of Embleton. And he would be bowling to Celestine. Still 35 runs needed. And let's see. He's coming right time around, and this is wide signal.
That's what they call a loosener.
I think about Embleton, he probably would give you a chance, maybe a few bad balls here and there, but this is leg spinners. He's bowling.
But he's right to celebrate because of a very short delivery, but I think the batsman again pulling himself away, the ball might have kept a bit low. Let's just look at the replay. Good leg spinning action. Wow, he turned quite a bit.
Yeah, did get a edge onto the ball there as he was looking to the hit through the cover and came back. And have we seen something turning around? 172 for 5, still 34 needed. And Embleton picking up a wicket in his first over, second delivery. Corey Celestine.
The comparison, the two deliveries he bowled could really confuse a batsman, because the first one looked like somebody that is not any top of the line bowler, full wide outside the off stump, and then the second one nearly a perfect delivery. And I think caught the batsman, because the room the batsman gave himself, he didn't expect the ball to turn that much.
Yeah. So Curt Murray is going to partner Jevon Andrew.
Both on 0.
Both on 0, who have not faced a delivery. So we've seen a repeat of what happened yesterday.
34, Grooney. Only 34 left.
Only 5 wickets to fall.
Yeah, 125 deliveries still left.
And now he goes over the wicket to bowl. This one is played back to the bowler.
I'd like to see that ball pitch. I would have bring in the mid on and mid off a bit for the new batter.
Well, now is an opportune time to just put some pressure.
Yeah.
Make the single very difficult. This is full to the bat, and again, Murray's looking to swing, make no contact, and it's signal wide. Now you have to make use of the bad deliveries. This one just played past the slip, and they take a single. See what happened there.
I wonder what if the ball came off the keeper.
Yeah.
The slip surely not in a for slip or a spinner. It's far too wide.
It's 174. At the end, just one more delivery. Yes, 2 more deliveries in the over. Andrew allows this one to spin outside the off stump. So just a bit of excitement. 5 wickets down for 174. 206 is needed. Ball given a lot of air and just play to mid wicket, and that completes his first over. And again picking up important wicket. It's 174 for 5.
A good first over from the leg spinner. Definitely flighted the ball quite a bit. He gets the ball to turn, as he showed in the wicket taking delivery. The ball really did spin back quite a bit. But Kearney, if I were he, probably I would have continued around the wicket. The ball was turning quite a bit. Maybe put an extra man on the leg side and try to get him sweeping, because there was quite a good amount of spin and turn in delivery that clean bowled the left-handed batsman. Well, good over. A good over of leg spin.
Hello, Geese. Just bringing in the square leg. To Murray. Murray stroked this one to his twin brother, Scott Murray. Extra cover.
Feel like they're pretty close.
Yeah. I'm just trying to make it difficult for the singles. Still have a deep backward square on the boundary. Quicker delivery. So we are going to see some, and this he's pushing on the onside again on Gainley. So Geese quickly into his 6th over.
Really doesn't give you much chance to settle. turns and comes at you very quick. The old days of the kind of Kentish and Hines thing, turn whips come at you, you don't settle.
Yeah, and as a batsman, you have to be able to pick that up, be able to stop and slow him up as he completes another quick over, 6 overs, pick up 2 for 15. As Team B stays on 174 for 5.
Still 32, 114 deliveries, 32 more. Still 5 wickets. I still think the batting side is slightly ahead, but as Cooney would have, keep mentioning, that has been the case in quite a few other games, and they didn't turn out to be the winner.
I use the right word, slightly ahead. Let me see how they're going back for 2. Yeah, good running.
But Cooney, there is a player on the boundary.
Yeah, there's. I think he certainly that's. Dante Alexander will move pretty slow there. As you see, square leg having to run back. This one is hit down the ground.
As the ball around the wicket. Ball around the wicket and try to get the ball to pitch, because he's turning the ball quite a bit. And he's out.
Yeah, 177 now for 6. Full toss and plays straight to mid wicket. Again by Murray. Another wicket goes. And certainly you've seen a turn of the tide as we look at the replay here. Just casually played it to mid wicket. And the catch accepted by his brother, Cousin Murray. And I could tell you there will be some discussion when he reaches home.
And that would not have happened many times in cricket, where you are being caught by your twin brother.
And he took a good catch. He had to launch forward.
Yeah, because I think the ball died on him a bit. It was again, he's a pretty slow bowler, so the ball will not have much momentum off the bat. And he didn't really put any force into it. He just pushed the bat, and the ball just seems to lob to the man at the mid wicket. But it's good that the pressure they feel inside seems to apply, and it's creating some doubts in the batsman's mind.
Yeah.
As to what to do, if to play shots or to look for the singles. And I think that is a good example of what happened there, where he got caught in two minds, whether to hit it away or just turn it away. And as we saw what happened.
I think one of the other things we want, as we know, with spinners bowling and giving the ball a lot of air as you come down to the lower half of the batting, does create a challenge. And a delivery, one felt you could have just come forward easily and hit on the full toss and place anyway. But I think the pressure, the thing about you're giving the ball a lot of air, the batsman now have to think and take him a little longer to make the assessment or his judgment. And sometimes that creates a lot of problems. As you see, both players just seem to be struggling a bit.
Yeah, definitely. The high looping ball. He's still not getting it to drop just yet, but he's definitely flighting the ball quite a bit.
178 it is, and another full toss, and where this goes, and this one will go down to the boundary for 4, beating the man at backward square. And we've seen a signal in terms of height. Yeah, the square leg umpire did kind of signal height, not picked up by the presiding umpire. So it's not on the ball as we look at the replay here. Definitely was right call by the square leg umpire, but not picked up by the presiding umpire. 4 more runs, 182.
The square leg should have been on the boundary and not the mid wicket. Pacey bowling, they would pull him square more often.
Short delivery and hit past cover, and this going to go not going to go into the boundary, but they probably would pick up 2 and possibly 3.
No,
Just 2. So that certainly has released the pressure a bit. Andrew.
Yes, he probably one more over, but I would have looked to bring back the pacer that created the problem at the start of the inning, because you're down to 7 and 8.
Yeah, I think a good move. No, the batsman. I think Ugi should continue at that end of the. And now you probably know that Embleton has picked up 2 wickets. He bring you back into the game. So you want to tighten things now. Just put a little pressure. And again, having your fastest bowler come against the players at the bottom half, could be the way to go.
Yeah, I would have do that. Put one person back, as as we said when we were looking at the list, to see somebody that will come and pick up a wicket, but already a frontline bowler. And I think he did a good job there. But
so Geese in the 7th over, so far 1 maiden, 2 for 15. He bowling to Jeremiah. He plays at the cover. Embleton. He's looking to flick, and that's peel there, not out. As you're looking to turn it on the onside. Let's look at the replay here.
he didn't look touch it. It went straight through.
He went straight through.
Yeah.
Wide.
Try a faster delivery.
Just call for patience in this situation. Dead ball signal.
That's what we were talking about. He turns so quick that the batsman really has to be on alert.
Yeah, really come down to a close game. Still 21 needed. 185 for 6.
But the field inside set the field with no cover. Yeah, no cover for the inside fielders, which is particularly the left-hander batting to.
And that completes another over after 33 overs. Is 185
So let's
for
see
6.
what they are going to do. Will they go for the change or continue with? He's going to continue. I think the field, even though he's continuing, the field should not be as close in as Ogis is bowling. He bowls a lot more loose deliveries, and you need protection.
Tyrone Charles just coming down to long off. As Andrew prepared the face, and he would know Embleton, they obviously plays together for St. George's. And the yellow just want to go down the leg side. And
look at the offside field. Everybody basically inside the circle to the spinner. I would just have a little bit of cover.
short delivery and hit straight to short mid off or short extra cover. Or given air, driven down to long off, and Tyrone Charles.
The player leave the field. There was a player that was fielding there. He has replaced him.
Yeah.
Or is it a sign that he will be coming to bowl on this end?
Well, I doubt it. Probably replace the player that was there. The score 187. 19 runs required.
Good delivery. Somebody would have fell asleep there. They were not too far. Probably didn't expect the batsman to take that sharp single.
Yeah, I would think that, it was pushed out slowly, and Murray was just on the back foot there. That give the batsman the opportunity to take that single. This one is hit down to a wide long off. Charles just moving around. So that's one more to Andrew. He's on 11. Jeremiah on 2 comes into strike. It's 189 for 6. Displayed back to the bowler, and that the end of another over. Bijan Embleton, 3 overs, no means 17 runs, 2 wickets.
Good figures. He has not bowled that badly. He has at least attempting to fly the ball. He gets some turn. I think what he needs to work on now is in terms of pitching the ball in the right line, in the right parts of the pitch, Yes, he's turning, but he seems to be just about all over the place at this time. But of course, the youth players, they just need to work.
So Ogason is 8 over so far, 2 for 16. And Jevan Anju, 11. This ball is played to cover, and you'll see he continues to get turn and bounce there. As we seen Ambleton moving now to that cover area. So well packed offside field
with that bounce and turn. I thought he would have been coming in a gully because
yes, still unsure where he's going to settle. He's at point. And very interesting position. This ball comes off the pad, maybe off the pad of the bat. They're going to come for 1, come back for 2. We'll just wait and see the signal. That's 2 runs. Move the score to 191. 2 for Andrew moves to 13. This ball is hit straight to cover, and probably
did he drop it?
Probably dropped.
No, if you didn't see the replay.
Yeah, bowling so quickly doesn't give us time to look at the replay. This is driven again, just past the slip, and they're going to run very close to the boundary. They probably pick up another 2. That's 2 more to Andrews. He moves to 15. It's 193 for 6. And one will take Ali. That certainly
13.
They are going to go ahead and win this one, and this one is pulled over mid-wicket. This one going to go into the boundary, and certainly good shot played by Jevan Anju. Takes him to 19. The end of the over. 35 overs completed, and Team B 197 for 6.
He has played a pretty good inning. Andrew came in with a fall of a couple of wickets and sort of steadied the ship.
Yeah, he has faced 18 deliveries, 21 minutes, and hit 1 boundary. So this All-Stars game, Team B, requiring 206 for victory. Embleton continues right arm around the wicket, and I think they probably now would have resigned.
Yeah, the 9 runs on 90 deliveries. 2 batters batting pretty okay.
Play down to cover, and another single Jeremiah. It's 198. Jeremiah is on 3. And you pushes on the offside. Still a slip in place, backward point in Ogie's cover. Again, yeah, Andrew seemed to be pretty organized.
Yeah, he looked fairly comfortable. Not shown any sign of uncertainty. Picks up the line pretty easy, gets either back or comes forward. Looks really comfortable.
And he's hitting that one to cover. Good catch, and that looked like, once again, looked like Murray.
That was a good catch, but again, they say commentators, cause gets back, and just when he looked as if he, there was in no hurry or so, just to win the game. Just 8 runs left, he decided to attack.
And that's Tyron Charles who was ticked out that catch.
And probably we could just ask in terms of now that he got to this stage that the bowler picking up 3 wickets and only bowling 3 overs, and probably why the spinners didn't come on a bit earlier. In fact, the last 2 spinners is the one that really seem to have created a bit of problem.
Yeah, so catch taken by Sylvan Charles. It's 7 for 198. And Andrew, caught by Charles Bull Embleton. He picked up his 3rd wicket.
He's one of the guys that mom and dad is always present at the game, this spinner. So they might be pretty happy.
And Andrew went for 19. Catch on Andrew as a fast bowler, opening fast bowler. Played a good hand batting yesterday afternoon for St. Mark's. Just was not able to pull it through. He's again required to pull it through for his team. As we see his field well spread out, long off, long on, right back on the boundary.
I wonder if he has that defensive mentality.
Certainly defend the first delivery, pushes on the offside. So we have 3 fielders back on the boundary. Long off mid wicket. Normal mid wicket and a forward square leg. Short delivery, and this hit past Charles, and this is going to run very close to the boundary. It being stopped, and the batsman picked up 2 runs. So that taken 1 run. Well, I would think that he wanted to
take the strike. But I think also that he must have thought that the ball was going into the boundary, because there was no fielder, but the fielder that chased the ball down is pretty good, and I think that's why they put him in that position. Might have been a bit late, but he covers a lot of ground on the field.
Yeah. Steer Charles. So a missed opportunity of picking up another run. Now he's going to face the bowling of Augis, who is now into his 9th over, so far 2 for 24.
He's good. He tries a lot of different things in his bowling. Of course, he's a batsman, so
This time he's looking to sweep. Made no contact. Probably just came off the body.
Yeah, because it wasn't signal a wide.
He's coming forward, beating that ball. They seem to be turning away from him. A good delivery. See the leg spinner. Yeah. Good delivery, turning away from Andrews. So he's 7 from 199. Still not over yet. Again, quicker delivery.
I would have bring in a gully. Nothing much to lose. The guy on the boundary or to see somebody closer.
You have to get wickets, and one is played to cover. Embleton quite nippy in the field. Now the long on has been.
So he's going to flight it.
Mid on has been pushed back. And Ogies continue to bowl well, continue to keep things really, really tight. A short delivery, a low to go outside the off stump, and complete another over. Is a second maiden, 9 overs, 2 maidens, 24 runs, 2 wickets. Andrew is on 1, Jeremiah is on 3, and after 37 overs, it's 199 for 7.
I think probably at this stage, the fielding side probably will, of course, they drop catches, but I thought that the spinners, they just a bit too long to be introduced into the attack. We were wondering, and when they did, they created problems. But I think the Maxwell probably had gone just a bit too far ahead of them.
Strode down to long off for one more. That's 200 in 138 minutes of 235 deliveries, 14 fours and 10 sixes. Quite a high range of sixes. And Andrews allowed this one to go down the leg side. So another wide, 201. So just 5 needed. That's full to the bat and stroke down to the long on. So one more. That's 202. Maybe just one shot can seal victory. Another full delivery, and this one goes again, play down to long on, and Charles. So they're going to make it in singles. Just 3 required. If someone is going to try to do it in one shot.
No, I think now they definitely decide to take it in singles, because that was a very high full toss and probably could have hit any part of the park. Choose to play it back down along the pitch.
Final ball in this 5th over, and another full toss, and where does this go? Square leg, really we're looking for that to go down to the boundary, didn't make use of it, so that completes the 38 over, 203 for 7.
I think it's just a formality now. The batters, even though it probably is 8 and 9, they still has some batting qualities in them. So I expect anything probably, on Drew. The two bowlers are bowling well, but not very penetrative. The good line, good length, but not the sort of mystery bowler that you have difficulty in reading. So I think it's just a formality. He's trying a lot of things in terms of field placing and squeezing the players and so forth, but it all show the knowledge and experience in the game.
He's into his 10th over. So a good spell, 2 for 24. The big wicket of Bishop. And stroke to extra cover. Fielders very close. We see again forcing the batsman to defend. Jeremiah. He's looking to swing. This one he's dropped, yeah. Really got into position and felt that he would have held that catch. And just fell out. And that look as Sylvester. Job catch. So one more, 204. And now we see
still changing. Look the guy coming in. They got it. I think he should have done that quite a while ago. Probably in about his 6th over.
Again displayed back along the wicket, and he had just one delivery to bowl. 2 for 25 and 9.5 as Ogie. So this final delivery of again given some air. That ball beaten the batsman as he went forward there. That completes a very good spell.
Yeah, very good spell of bowling for, again, as we said, someone that probably his main trade is batting. He came and put on 10 overs for 25 runs, 2 wickets, got the vital wicket of Teddy Bishop, although at this point probably didn't make much of a difference, but I think he would not have wanted him also to get his 100, and so he would have worked extra hard to get a wicket.
Well, now we've seen the bowling of Tyrone Charles. Probably a bit late.
Yeah, I think 3-4 overs late. Probably with the score at 20 or so, he should have. When the 2 quick wickets fell, he should have been reintroduced into the attack. No question about that. 6-7 wickets down, he needed to come back because he did generate quite a bit of pace and problem for the opening batters. It's true he's a older ball now, but again he's back now and the field spread. The singles are available anywhere.
Push Young long on for 1.
It's difficult that I probably would have just bring on a bowler that has not bowled yet. Somebody who is just 2 runs needed. I think that, and then he comes back into the attack with the fielders spread so deep with 2 runs needed. And literally any way you play the ball is a run.
Well, the scores are even, and you still have fielders on the boundary.
Yeah,
everybody should be.
They must have miscalculated something there in the game.
Yeah, you still have your third man on the boundary. You have your long nigger on the boundary. You have a mid-wicket on the boundary.
Yeah, somebody not paying attention to the game.
But,
saw something very similar to that in the senior tournament, where there was a tight game with a few runs needed and players were all over the field.
Good opportunity for the coaches to look at how things are being done. This is full down the leg side, and that's a winning run. Wide would be signal, and there's get 2 runs, and certainly really comfortable win for Team B.
Y-
207 for 7. And a day that we have seen both teams scoring over 200 runs. I think that was pretty evident. Encouraging in a sense. We had Ali two big scores, two of the biggest individual score, with Ogi scoring 89 and Teddy Bishop scoring 94.
Yeah, but that's good for in terms of expectation. But I thought well, Ogi's inning was a good one. I thought again, as we know, Teddy too much up and down. You know, he plays some very good shot, and then he plays some high risk. He gives chances. You know, I think the quality of player he is, he needs to be a lot more settled. You know, he needs to play a lot better innings with the quality he has. But again, 9-1 on the board, you know, that in itself is good. I thought late in the game there, the spinners came on and you know, show some promise. Again, some work has to be done, and generally a pretty good game.
Yeah, really competitive game. 205 scored by Team A, with Akim Ogis again scoring 89 brilliantly. Team B 207 for 7 again, with probably the star batsman again, with Teddy Bishop scoring 94. Andrew 19, Wildman 15, and we see the bowling there of Toussaint picking up 4 wickets. Andrew 2, Thomas. This Thomas, exciting player. Charles 1. Really have been pretty competitive. Team B they're winning by 3 wickets. What have been a game that opportunity to give viewers an indication of what we do have here, and opportunity for our young players to just showcase the talent. And as I said before, we did see some standout players. The bowling of Kelch and Andrew again was very good. And I think all in all, I think it's a game that would have achieved maybe some of the goals that you'd have wanted to see, as the players were again given an opportunity.
Yeah, and I think is you know, is these other games we need a lot more of, where the top quality batsmen and bowlers comes up against each other.
Yeah.
'Cause even at the parish level, you know, you find 1-2 batsmen, 1-2 bowlers, but with this, you know, you get 4-5, probably 3-4 bowlers at you, 5-6 batsmen, and this could you know, only goes well for the development of these players.
Yes, certainly. I certainly agree with you. So we come to the end of today's game. It's actually the final game in this under-19 tournament, as we had the best of the best competing against each other. And certainly we want to thank you viewers for viewing, for being a part of this game. And certainly as we go forward with probably intended a lot more cricket to come, we hope that you will continue to join us. We do want to thank especially the sponsors who helped to make this the final and this game a reality. Republic Bank for a continued contribution to Grenada Cricket Association. We certainly want to thank TRNR Communication for the high level work in terms of bringing this broadcast throughout the world. As we leave this evening, we want to say thanks to everybody who have been part of this, and hope that you will continue to join us maybe in the not too distant future.
Today is a very special day for us. Today, Republic Bank is extremely pleased to announce our partnership with the most outstanding and exceptional son of the soil, Anderson Jamal Peters. Born October 21st, 1997, this young man, who's getting all our attention today, is from the village of Soubise in St. Andrew. Today, Republic Bank takes a bold step by aligning our goals to his successes. And now, it is my pleasure to endorse none other than the young, super talented world champion, Anderson Jamal Peters, as a Republic Bank brand ambassador.
My name is Anderson Peters, and I'm originally from La Pastora, St. David's, but I currently live in Soubise, St. Andrews with my family. I'm a past student at the Coring Government School as well as the St. David's Catholic Secondary School. At first, I wanted to become a sprinter like the great Usain Bolt, but I kept getting injured. In 2011, my coach Paul Phillip recognized my work ethics and recommended that I try the field events. 1 year later, I started my record-breaking career in track and field. I started with the records at the St. David's Catholic Secondary School, then at Intercalls, then at the Grenada National Champs, and on to the Carifta Games. At the beginning of my career, I had no idea that track and field was such a huge international sport. I didn't even know what the Carifta game was until Coach Paul explained it to me. In 2012, I made my first Carifta team, and I had the opportunity to witness Trinidad's Keyshawn Walcott become the under-20 champion. At the time, I never knew javelin could fly that far. I was motivated to compete in my category to actually see how far I could throw mine. In doing so, I was able to become the under-17 champion and record holder. I went on to become 5-time gold medalist and record holder in the javelin. Keyshawn went on to become the 2012 Olympic champion in the javelin, and that there was the point where I decided that I wanted to become the Olympic and world champion. I had dreams of winning every title there was. Those dreams led me to become 5-time Carifta champion and still current record holder, World Junior Bronze medalist, Commonwealth Bronze medalist, 2-time SEC champion and record holder, 2-time NCAA champion and record holder, Pan American Games champion and record holder, and finally, 2019 world champion. Becoming the 2019 world champion has been an astonishing feeling for me as well as the Grenadian citizens. Dreaming of becoming a world champion is one thing, but actually accomplishing it, that is something unique. After finishing 28th at the 2017 World Championship and coming back and winning it 2 years later has been the pride and joy of my career so far. Grenada is a very small country and it has 2 world champions, myself and Kiriani James. That is something every single Grenadian should be proud of. After the World Championships, I had to undergo a left knee surgery. What most people don't know is that I was competing in the World Championships with an injured left knee. After the surgery, I did a few months of rehab and I was finally able to ease my way back into training in December 2019. Then, come March 2020, COVID-19 hit and the world changed. Olympic 2020 was postponed to 2021. Even though it was postponed, I am still grateful that I have 2 years to prepare for the upcoming Olympic Games. Preparation has been going extremely well. I think my coach is pretty satisfied with the results that I've been putting up while still abiding by the COVID-19 protocols. I'm certainly looking forward to making my first appearance in the Olympic Games and battling with the best javelin throwers around the world for the Olympic title.